Welcome to In the Field. Today I'm standing in a glasshouse at Black Mountain in Canberra at the CSIRO facilities looking at some new wheat varieties that are coming through the CSIRO program. Most people at the moment, I guess, are thinking about planting and what wheat varieties they're going to grow this season, and it's a great time to reflect on the changes that have occurred in wheat breeding over the last 10 years. 15 years ago we had 15 small regional wheat breeding programs, and today we've got something like 5 or 6 large commercial breeding programs, and some of the varieties that we're now seeing come out of those programs are very exciting. For example, Mason West Australia has something like 40% market share, good disease package and competing extremely well against varieties like Wakatchem. In the south, Scout doing very well, a variety that's come out of Longreach. Longreach was a company that formed in 2002, and by 2007 from startup it had released 9 varieties. That's a pretty good effort. And up in the north, Spitfire, a prime hard variety in northern New South Wales, Queensland, is performing well. And Suntop, a new variety out of the AGT program, looks like it has the package with prime hard status, but also with good nematode and crown rot resistance or tolerance. So it is exciting to see now some of the benefits coming from that partnership between a range of different commercial companies, GRDC and the public sector, really delivering benefits to Australian grain growers. Partnerships with the private sector is something that I think we'll see more of in the future. If you think about our situation here in Australia, we do about 2% of the research that's done around the world, so we're a small player. We know that 6 biotech companies are spending something like $5 billion a year on R&D. So it is critical that we get access to the technologies that they are developing and make sure our growers are amongst the first in the world to get the benefit of those new technologies. A couple of things I'd like to draw your attention to on the National Variety Trial website, mbtonline.com.au. And the first is the new canola ratings for blackleg. This is important information, and I would recommend that you have a quick look at that before you make your final decision on canola varieties you'll be planting this year. Likewise, each year we fund the rating of new wheat varieties and existing wheat varieties in terms of root lesion nematode tolerance. Again, this is on the MVT website, and it's worth a look before you make your final decision. One important event that occurred earlier in February was the Global Herbicide Resistance Challenge Conference, which was held in Perth. This is an international conference, and it attracted over 300 candidates, of which more than 50% were from overseas. It was a real opportunity for us here in Australia to highlight and showcase some of the research that we've been doing into managing herbicide resistance. And I'd certainly like to acknowledge the Australian Herbicide Resistance Initiative, led very capably by Steve Powers. It achieved a lot of acclaim in terms of the way and its approach in terms of managing herbicide resistance. The other interesting observation at the conference was just the interest, particularly from countries like the United States. And I'd have to say, from what I heard, we are really leading the pack in terms of this really difficult challenge and how to manage it. One thing we did at this conference, knowing that it was going to be important, is we have videoed the important presentations, and they are available. If you'd like to have a look, go onto our website and download them. Finally, I'd like to congratulate Mick Fells from West Australia, who won the Grain Inventor of the Year award for his computer software package called iPaddock. iPaddock predicts yield, and as a consequence can help growers get their inputs right, particularly fertiliser rates. With the prize money, Mick intends converting this computer package into an app, which will make it much more available to growers right across Australia. It's significant that the idea that won Grain Inventor of the Year was an app. With iPhones and iPads becoming just a normal part of modern farming, apps are becoming an increasing way in which growers get important outcomes of research and development. Well, that's it for this edition of In the Field. Thanks for watching, and have a great season.